All right, we have Bagua. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your name right. Bagua, hello. How are the options for residency by investment or digital nomad visa for someone from India vis-a-vis other countries? Obrigado. Bagua, so instead of getting into too many details like about those routes that you're asking, a question you're gonna be asking yourself before you even start this journey is whether you are in India or you are in Brazil, right? Because we have many clients, like unfortunately, okay, from India, Pakistan, Egypt, some African countries. It's very tough for them to get a visitor visa to come to Brazil. So if you are in India, there is unfortunately an uphill battle for you to get any visas to Brazil. Okay, nowadays Brazil is really turning the screws in terms of making more difficult for certain countries for citizens of certain countries to secure a visitor visa to Brazil. And if you apply for something like the digital nomad, unfortunately, even if you meet the requirements, guess what? They may still deny the visa. And a very typical example is going to be the digital nomad. So if you are applying out of India through a Brazilian consulate or embassy, even if you're meeting the requirements, many times they look at your whole profile and they may say, this person, they are not really coming to Brazil to work as a digital nomad. They are coming to Brazil to stay for good, and therefore they don't match the intent. And even though they have enough income, they have enough credentials, we're gonna deny the visa. Okay, so we see this type of situation very often. Now, for investment, there is a strategy that we've been using for some citizens with this challenge, right? In the Middle East, in other countries, which is the strategy of a residency through investment in, guess what? Real estate, right? Because you're not gonna be investing in a company from abroad. You're gonna be investing, you could be investing in real estate. And if you invest by real estate, we can typically represent you in the closing remotely, meaning that you would be buying this property from abroad. After this property is recorded on your name, money transfer to the seller, currency exchange paperwork mint, everything good. We apply on your behalf for the visa while you're still outside of Brazil. Like you haven't gotten to Brazil because you cannot. And I'm not telling you yourself, right? I'm just telling about this hypothetical scenario. So we get this visa pre-approved, and then we're gonna send the whole file to the Brazilian consulate in charge of your jurisdiction. And as of today, in every single case, it has been approved, okay? It's never guaranteed, right? And there is a chance, and that's a conversation I have with every single client of this type. I say, listen, even after this whole journey, it is still possible that the consulate in charge of your jurisdiction would deny you the investor visa, right? We get it pre-approved in Brazil. We send the file to the consulate, but the consulate has the last word in terms of granting or not the visa. The good thing here is that the intent of living in Brazil is no longer a problem, because listen, if you bought a house and you are applying for the real estate investor visa, guess what? Your intent is actually to live in Brazil. So the intent, which is the most typical challenge for citizens from many countries, such as India, Pakistan, Nigeria, Myanmar, Egypt, many times the United Arab Emirates as well, if you're not an Emirati. So people from all of those places, they have like a track to overcome the intent challenge, okay? And this is gonna be the real estate investor visa, even if you are unable to come to Brazil, as long as you understand that it's not 100% guaranteed, even though up to today we never had a denial. All right, I hope that was helpful.